Alright, today is a vacuum forming tip for the new guys and, as I found out, some of the old guys, because I've been talking to a guy who doesn't do these car bodies, but he does other vacuum forming, and he hadn't even realized this trick would work or had thought of it. And I've actually seen some competitors' bodies that could use this tip and trick to improve their bodies. So hopefully this will help you guys as well. One of the things you run into a lot of time is with this vacuum forming stuff is that you have very flat spots and the air will not get out there, and you can do a couple different things. You can get a hole, like to remove some of the air. You can rough up the surface to try and make channels that the air can get out and escape from. But if you're using very thin gauge material, that's not a good idea because it will show up in your thin gauge plastic. If you have thicker gauge plastic, you're fine. But thinner stuff like we're doing for car bodies, it'll show up pretty easy. So what do you do if you don't really want to make a hole? Because that's going to leave a mark, which happens to be, this is a mark for maybe a body post in a car or something. Same thing with this. There's some predefined marks made by the original manufacturer for stuff. I think there's one yellow one maybe back there too. So what do? You can heat up the mold really hot. That helps them keep the plastic malleable long enough so that it can suck up the air, but sometimes that just doesn't help because the air will get trapped there and nowhere to go. Well, if you're a good thermoformer or have all your tools nearby, you don't have to buy anything to do this. It's super easy. Boom! Air. Come in here, give it a squirt of air as it's forming, and if you do it right, do it correctly, don't do just one path through because that'll leave a mark where you just see that pressure from the air just leaves a channel in the plastic or a deformation in the plastic, but wave it to create a kind of a whole overall coverage of the air. Help force that air out towards where you hopefully have some evacuation holes or the edge of the mold so that it can go down and out. That's the trick. It works very well. And I have to say though, if you don't have your mold hot, this may not work because you're gonna once again cool your plastic too quickly. But if you have your mold hot, it should be okay. I've done this now for well over a year now, and it has saved my bacon many times on stuff that is a little more difficult to form. This one actually isn't one that causes that big of a problem, but I have some other ones where I have to do it pretty much every time. Otherwise you will see a little ring formed in the plastic distortion where it didn't form correctly. All right, if you have any other questions, let me know. Bye.
And knowing is half the battle.